İnsan son zamanlarına
When a man
geldi.
is about to die, he feels so thirsty that even if he drank water as much as the seas, his thirst wouldn't go away. And at that moment, one man is about to say goodbye to this world. Satan approaches to him with a glass of water and tries to deceive him and test his faith. So, will we go through this journey? What questions will Satan ask us? What will our experience be like near death? What is the agony of death? We will touch on all these questions. Once upon a time, a faithful servant of Allah, Abu Zakaria, was lying in his deathbed. He had his friends and loved ones with him in his last minutes. His friend felt that he was dying and began reciting the Kalimatut Tawhid, La ilaha illallah. But the weird thing was, every time he repeated those words, the dying man turned his face away. His friend looked at him and repeated La ilaha illallah. He turned his face again. When he repeated the words for last time, he replied, I will never say that. His friend got surprised. How is it possible for this man to say that while he prayed 5 times a day, got on well with everyone, and tried to do things that would please Allah? And later, when Abu Zakaria woke up and opened his eyes, he asked, Did you just say something to me? His friend tells him, and everyone was in surprise. Still, nobody could make any sense why he said those words. Abu Zakaria starts telling about what really happened. He said, when you said something for the first time, Satan came to me with a glass in his hand. He waved the glass and asked me, do you need some water? Then I turned my face. When said something for the second time, Satan came to me again. He said, Jesus Christ is the Son of God. I again turned my face. And in the third time, he wanted me to say, La ilaha, which means there is no God. And I replied to him, I will never say that word. After explaining this, Allah's servant utters the kalima shahada and dies. Yes, my brothers, this event is called Sakarat. You understand from this story how tiring and difficult that moment is. And besides, a lot of questions come to our minds. So how will this agony moment feel like? Will we go through it as well? What should we do not fall into Satan's last trap? How will we discern the wrong and the truth at that moment? Yes, we will all go through this moment without exception, and Satan will do his best to trick us. And he will attack us to test our faith. Well, what should we do at that last moment to overcome and succeed that test? I'll give you a simple example. You have an apple in your hand, and there is a thief who is tempted to take that from you. If I just keep the apple in my hand, the thief can easily take it from me. When I bite the apple, it will get harder for him to take it. But he can still take it from my mouth by any means. Let's make it harder. Let's say I swallow the apple. We might think he will no longer be able to take it, but he can rip my stomach with a knife and take that apple. But after eating, if I digest the apple and let it be distributed to the parts of my body, he won't be able to take that apple from me in any way, because the apple joined my blood and veins. Faith is like that apple in the example, and the thief is the Satan who tries to steal our faith. Not only in deathbed, but also in our lives. If we let our minds, souls and hearts absorb the truths of faith and make sure that our faith joins our blood and veins, Satan cannot do anything in our lives and deathbed. We can fortify our iman only by reading or listening to the proofs of Allah, the prophecy of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the other pillars of faith. Ensuring that it joins our blood and veins is only possible through worship, good deeds and avoiding the major sins, or else it won't go any further than gaining knowledge. While saying there is one Allah, if you act like there isn't and keep on committing sins as if no one sees you, and if you take no notice of your Lord who is inviting you 5 times a day by ignoring your daily prayers with empty excuses, who will help you at the moment of death? The wealth you run after in your whole life, the computer games you played day and night, your haram loves and said I won't ever give up, Your house, your car, your money which you bought with interest, or position, rank or career you struggled to attain your whole life. Now, you tell me, brother, who else do you have other than your Lord on your deathbed? Isn't it the time to change now? How further can you go like this? There is no doubt that the youth will eventually end. Death isn't as far as you think. Maybe tomorrow, or even closer than that. You may die any given moment. If you strengthen your faith by avoiding sins, offering your prayers, doing good deeds, following the sunnah of our Prophet, and learning your religion, and spend your life being a sincere servant of your Lord, you won't need to worry about anything. During agony, Satan can only reach your mind, but he can't reach your soul and heart. Let's embed our faith into our soul and heart. في أمان الله.